So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your jean leg and determine how big of a piece of fabric of the jean you need to cut in order to have enough to make your iPad. Now you're gonna place your iPad in a place where you at least have like an inch above and below the iPad to give you enough room for your seam allowance. And you're just gonna cut. You're just gonna roughly cut about 1 inch on each side. You have to decide. Now I wanted to put on the first one, I made sure that the seam was at the bottom. I thought that was a nice little touch, and it'll make it like really sturdy. But for this one, I ended up cutting that seam off because there was like something that was near the seam that I didn't want in there, so I just cut it off. So this time it won't have that large felted seam at the bottom, but that's okay. So anyway, I slit the top straight across. Now you open up, turn it inside out. And what you want to do is make a reasonable fold. You want to make it straight. Okay, so we are going to just square up the edges. Okay. Okay. So that's great. And we made our markings on both sides. Okay, so I'm just gonna shore up that marking along the edge. And let me just show you what that looks like in the camera. See? Okay, so now it's on both sides. See? Great. Okay. So now we are very good. After we do that, we want to take our fusible interfacing and just cut some interfacing, enough interfacing to cover most of the side. On this side I have a seam right here, and with the interfacing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put interfacing here and then here, over here. So if you have a seam, don't worry, just put interfacing on each side of the seam. Like I said, they're not going to see this part because it's going to be covered by our lining. If you don't have interfacing, I think it would work without it, but it would just be flimsy. And let's take that that piece of fabric that we're going to use as inner lining. All right, relatively neat. Okay, so we're going to put the double welted pocket on the inside this time. Okay, if you want to put it on the outside, like mine is on the outside, then you're going to follow the same instructions, but you're going to put it into your jean fabric, your outer fabric. Okay, but I'm going to put mine on the inside. And first thing I want to do is I want to make my lining the same size as my outer. So I'm just going to cut. Okay, now determine on the inside where you want your inner pocket to be. I think like 2 or 3 inches down. Yeah, that's good for me. Take my welted pocket fabric. This is what I'm gonna make my welt pockets out of. Okay, I need to make 2 welted pocket strips. They have to be 2 by 7 inches. Well, they don't have to be 2 by 7 inches, but I want to make a welted pocket that's about 1 inch wide. So I want the 2 little strips to end up being 1/2 inch wide, and my pocket to be about 6 inches wide. So I'm gonna double double the amount, the width of the strip, and add 1 inch to the, I'm gonna double the length of the strip and add 1 inch to the width of the strip. So 2 by 7. Okay, 2 by 7 inch strips. That are 2 by 7. Okay. Now, what I want to do is, my strips already had interfacing on. What you're going to do is you're going to take your interfacing and just take a strip, a 1 inch strip of interfacing, and put 1 inch directly in the middle, so you'll have 1/2 inch on this side and 1/2 inch on that side. So that's a good method of doing it, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So say you were making a suit, that would be the proper way you're going to do it. So, but we're not making a suit, we're just making this. You're going to fold your welted pieces in half, and you're going to iron them. Your fabric piece, you're going to take a piece of interfacing that's 2 by 7. So and I'm going to place it, I want my pocket to open kind of like near the top, so they don't have to reach really far down into the bag. So this will be the back side of your fabric. So the wrong side of your fabric, you're going to fuse the interfacing. Wherever you're going to put your opening, that's what we're going to mark. Mark it with a piece of chalk or whatever. So this is going to be my opening. I'm going to put it like straight across in the middle. So my opening is going to be right here. Okay. I'm going to mark where I want my pocket to end, which is about a 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make basting stitches with my machine. There you have it. I hope you can see that. Can you see that? But yeah, you just have on each end your stitches where you're gonna start. That's the front, and that's the back. You can see it a little bit better. There you go. On the back, where the interfacing is. And that's actually where the pockets are gonna be.